The Belgian government has agreed to vote on a countrywide introduction of a 4-day working week. The federal government will consider the proposal next week in what is the latest move towards a more flexible working future in Europe. A recent trial conducted in Iceland earlier this year led to almost 9 in 10 Icelandic workers renegotiating contracts with permanently shortened hours. Meanwhile, a number of companies in Spain are currently trialing a 4-day week after a small political party's proposal was accepted by the wider government late last year. But there are concerns over the Belgian government's plans to introduce longer working hours as a trade-off for giving employees the extra day away. While all of Belgium's political parties have agreed to discuss the proposal for a 4-day week, there is no intention to reduce the overall number of hours worked by employees. Instead, the parliament is expected to maintain the 38 to 40 hours worked by full-time employees, and extend the existing working day to 9.5 hours in exchange for giving employees the extra day off. This proposal sets Belgium's flexible working concept apart from those of Iceland and Spain, where the extra day off is afforded to employees by simply cutting the number of hours worked in a week. Mireille Malmacy, leader of Belgium's Green Party, has expressed support for the proposal, but warned that the extended working day must be managed. In principle, we think the proposal is good for employee freedom, but it must of course be up to the employee. It's about how he or she organizes his or her life. It has to fit into people's lives, said Malmacy. However, Belgium's Socialist Trade Union is strongly opposed to the idea according to De Morgan, and instead believes that full-time employees should simply work fewer hours a week instead of extended the existing working day in exchange for a 3-day weekend. Timo Westerlink, an employee at Belgian car rental firm Dux, which has already been trialing a 4-day workweek with partially extended daily hours, was largely in support of the proposal. You can carry out more plans throughout the day. For example, there's no need to rush to get the shopping done, and you can meet up with friends on your day off. But Westerlink was wary of the government's proposal to extend the working day to 9.5 hours and said it could pose problems for families with small children. I might not be able to take the kids to school in the morning, or pick them up in the evening, he told De Morgan. With this in mind, the Icelandic approach to the 4-day workweek is still favored by many commentators. The 4-year study, which ran from 2015 to 2019, included 2,500 workers across both public and private sectors, or 1% of the country's entire workforce, and saw workers reduce their hours from 40 down to 35 per week, spread out across 4 days or a flexible 5. They largely did this by scrapping unnecessary meetings, shortening coffee breaks, and moving moving services online, which allowed offices to close earlier. Will Strong, Director of Research at British think tank Autonomy, said, "This study shows that the world's largest ever trial of a shorter working week in the public sector was by all measures an overwhelming success." It shows that the public sector is ripe for being a pioneer of shorter working weeks, and lessons can be learned for other governments. Meanwhile, a recent study conducted by British accountancy firm Theta Global Advisors of over 2,000 people found that more than half, 51%, reported they had seen their productivity improve thanks to flexible working measures introduced by their employers in the past year due to the pandemic. Chris Biggs, partner at Theta Global Advisors, said, "Working culture and expectations have changed, and if approached with empathy and flexibility, will result in a far happier, more productive workforce delivering work of a higher standard than before COVID-19. Employees have proven they can be effective when given flexible options or working from home, and employers need to respond to this with trust and structured flexibility approaches allowing employees to alter as necessary." In some companies though, a 4-day week may seem like too much work. Slice, an Indian fintech company headquartered in Bangalore, recently announced it is offering employees the opportunity to enjoy a 3-day workweek on 80% of full-time pay. In a recent interview with Bloomberg, founder of Slice Rajan Bajaj said, "This is the future of work. People don't want to be tied down to a job. Workers can get salary and full benefits working a 3-day week, and spend the rest of their time chasing a startup dream, looking for a co-founder or pursuing a non-work passion." Earlier this year, Slice secured $20 million in its latest financing round, which has enabled it to grow to a considerable size of 450 employees, and aims to hire 1,000 more in the next 3 years. Advertisement.